Good day to Dr. Shahnaz. My name is Divya Krishnan, matrix number S55906. Now I'm going to present on the financial statement analysis of APEX Healthcare Berhad and IHH Healthcare Berhad. The most relevant analysis for APEX Healthcare Berhad and IHH Healthcare Berhad is the liquidity ratio. Liquidity ratio measures the short-term ability of an entity to settle its due obligations and meet unexpected cash settlements. The liquidity ratio are computed using the following formulas: current ratio, quick ratio, inventory turnover ratio, and account receivable turnover. Firstly, current ratio. The current ratio is a liquidity ratio that measures a company's ability to pay short-term obligation or those due within 1 year. It tells investors and analysts how a company can maximize the current asset on its balance sheet to satisfy its current debt and other payables. So, the formula of current ratio is current asset divided by current liability. For APEX Healthcare Berhad, the current asset is 397,391,340 ringgit divided by current liability 141,114,784 ringgit equals to 2.82. For IHH Healthcare Berhad, current asset 7,345,939 ringgit divided by liability 5,615,067 ringgit equals to 1.31. From the analysis of current ratio of APEX Healthcare Berhad and IHH Healthcare Berhad, which operates on healthcare services, we can see that for every 1 ringgit of current liability, APEX Healthcare Berhad has 2 ringgit and 82 cents of current asset available to pay, while IHH Healthcare Berhad has 1 ringgit 31 cent of current asset available to pay for every 1 ringgit of current liability. This shows that APEX Healthcare Berhad is more liquid with the current ratio of 2.82 and is evidently in a better position to pay off its liabilities. Secondly, quick ratio, or known as acid test. The quick ratio measures a company's capacity to pay its current liabilities without needing to sell its inventory or obtain additional financing. A result of 1 is considered to be a normal quick ratio. A company that has a quick ratio of less than 1 may not be able to fully pay off its current liabilities in the short term, while a company having a quick ratio higher than 1 can instantly get rid of its current liabilities. So, the formula for quick asset is current asset minus inventory divided by current liability. For APEX Healthcare Berhad, the current asset 397,391,340 ringgit minus inventory 92,065,084 ringgit divided by liability 141,114,784 ringgit equals to 2.16. As for IHH Healthcare Berhad, current asset 7,345,939 ringgit minus inventory 420,153 ringgit divided by current liability 5,615,067 ringgit equals to 1.23. From the analysis of quick or acid test ratio of APEX Healthcare Berhad and IHH Healthcare Berhad, we can see that for every 1 ringgit of current liability, APEX Healthcare Berhad has 2 ringgit and 16 cents of current asset available to pay, whereas IHH Healthcare Berhad has 1 ringgit 23 cents of current asset available to pay for every 1 ringgit of current liability. The quick or acid test ratio for both the companies are more than 1. This means both the companies are in a better position with regard to maintain the liquidity and not having to depend on selling its inventory to pay off its liabilities. In this case, it is obvious that APEX Healthcare Berhad is more liquid with the quick or acid test ratio of 2.16 and is in a better position to pay off its liabilities. Next, inventory turnover ratio. Inventory turnover measures how fast a company sells inventory. A low turnover implies weak sales and possibly excess inventory, also known as overstocking. A high ratio, on the other hand, implies either strong sales or insufficient inventory. The formula of inventory turnover ratio is cost of goods sold divided by inventory. So the cost of goods sold for APEX Healthcare Berhad is 550,513,827 ringgit divided by inventory 92,065,084 ringgit equals to 5.98. For IHH Healthcare Berhad, cost of goods sold of 1,228,348 ringgit divided by inventory 420,153 ringgit equals to 2.92. From the analysis of inventory turnover ratio of APEX Healthcare Berhad and IHH Healthcare Berhad, we can clearly see that APEX Healthcare Berhad sells its inventory 5.98 times over a period of 1 year, while IHH Healthcare Berhad sells its inventory 2.92 times over a period of 1 year. This shows that APEX Healthcare Berhad can more efficiently sell the inventory it buys. On top of that, APEX Healthcare Berhad is not overspending by buying too much or wasting resources on storage compared to IHH Healthcare Berhad. Lastly, account receivable turnover. The receivable turnover ratio measures the efficiency with which a company collects on its receivable or the credit it extends to customers. The ratio also measures how many times a company's receivable are converted to cash in a period. The formula for account receivable turnover ratio is net credit sales divided by average account receivable. Net credit sales for APEX Healthcare Berhad 698,729,097 ringgit divided by average account receivable 131,481,646 ringgit and 50 cents equals to 5.31. IHH Berhad Healthcare Berhad net credit sales 13,404,604 ringgit divided by average account receivable 1,745,428 ringgit and 50 cents equals to 7.68. From the analysis of inventory turnover ratio of APEX Healthcare Berhad and IHH Healthcare Berhad, we can clearly see that APEX Healthcare Berhad collected its receivable 5.31 times on average that year, whereas IHH Healthcare Berhad collected its receivable 7.68 times on average that year. Undeniably, IHH Healthcare Berhad is more efficient in collecting receivables and indeed has a higher proportion of quality customers that pay their debts on time, unlike APEX Healthcare Berhad. Appendix 1 shows APEX Healthcare Berhad's financial statements. So, statement of comprehensive income, statement of financial position, and notes to the financial statement. Appendix 2 for IHH Healthcare Berhad. Statement of financial position, statement of profit or loss and comprehensive income, and notes to the financial statement. That's all from me. Thank you.